See if you can see it bubbling.
We made a spatchcock chicken today with collard greens, and the beauty of this dish is that the top gets very crispy and the collard greens underneath get super steamed and beautiful, and the fat, the schmaltz fat from the chicken, goes down and steams all the collard greens. But the magic of this dish is that all of the collard greens that were out poking out of the side of the chicken become super crispy, just like kale chips, and they're really, really fun to eat. Very crunchy and delicious and salty, and you can taste a little bit of the chicken. It's really delicious. Sometimes when I cook a chicken and I unwrap it when I'm first washing it, cleaning it, and I look inside of the bird, and every once in a while the neck is there and the heart and the livers and the gizzards, and I get excited because those are some of my favorite parts of the chicken. And when I go to roast a chicken, I especially salt and pepper those a lot. And if I'm making a sheet tray chicken, then I will just put them on the sheet tray, and it's really just great. It's kind of the chef's little delicate, fun thing to eat, delicacy, that I kind of take all to myself as I'm cutting up the chicken, right about to serve it. I'll have a little chicken heart or a gizzard just for myself. And a perfect collard green is very crisp and doesn't have a lot of blemishes on it. They're usually nice and wet and very, very dark green, and with very few of these like cuts in them. So we've just deveined all of these, and so these have all been deveined. And once you're done, you're left with all these beautiful deveined collard greens, and I put them all on top of each other, and then I start rolling them up as if I'm rolling up a cigar. And what we're going to do is, once they're all rolled up like a cigar, we're going to slice them and right into ribbons. So this is a large chef knife, and it's at least 12 inches, which is perfect for this because we have about 2 to 3 huge bunches of collard greens. And you'll see in a minute when I'm done slicing these just how pretty they are. And they're going to be perfect for underneath our chicken. So look at how beautiful these are right now. They're just these super long collard green ribbons. And our chicken is going to go right on top of them. If you see any big pieces like this, like that, you just want to break them up a little bit because you don't want them to be too tough. You want them to be able to steam and break down underneath the chicken. But wow, they smell so clean and herbal. So we're just going to give these a quick rinse under cold water. So we're just going to float these in some water. These were just beautiful, so they didn't need a lot of cleaning up.
did you flip over the aluminum foil?
Because if it was on the shiny side, then the heat would be deflecting and we want the heat to be absorbed. So that's just a little trick that I know it looks very pretty on the shiny side, but you don't want the heat to be deflected off of your sheet tray. You want it to be absorbed right into it. So there we go, we've got our sheet tray all ready. It's going to be a big pile of greens. So I always dry my chicken, and after I always clean my chicken in cold running water. A lot of people are always saying not to do that, but I just do that because I think it just takes some of the packaging juices out and freshens it up a little bit. And also, you really do want the skin to be super, super crispy. And in order to get that crispness, you really need to have a very dry chicken. And you need to put some kind of fat or, an oil or fat on it. So here we have our beautiful plump. It's about 2.5 to 3.5 pounds. I'm not sure, but it's a small broiler. It's not organic, but it is Bell and Evans, and it's a really good quality chicken. And there's just a nice amount of fat that you definitely want to take out from the inside. It's nice and clean, and we're going to spatchcock it.
That is amazing.
So the crisper, the drier the chicken, the crisper it will be. And there are times if I know that I'm going to be making this in advance, then I will get to this stage and I will put the entire chicken along with the greens in the refrigerator, because the refrigerator is a very dry space.
Put my baking before.
We're gonna carve the chicken now. I'm just lifting it up off the pan. And you can see that it's been resting for a while, so the juices have redistributed into the chicken. So we're not gonna lose a lot of the juice. We've got all those beautiful collard greens. Some are super crispy and some are nice and steamed, but those are gonna be beautiful to eat. And there you have it, a beautifully roasted chicken with